Hey guys, it's day 13 of our Hard 31 challenge. Just checking in with you guys. Starting the week off good. I'll just tell you, one of the things I love about working out is I got up this morning, I could feel that heaviness on me. There's stuff around my mind, a couple areas of my life that I'm dealing with challenges. And went into work, did my sessions, did my workout, and it's amazing what a blessing it is to have a good hard workout, what it just does to your brain. And so the body's so well designed. This is why I love to exercise. When the days I don't exercise, I can tell I'm just in a funk. I'm just not like I'm fully depressed, but I'm just not as motivated, not as upbeat. And so this is why we put the exercise piece in. Your body was made to move. Movement, as my chiropractor upstairs says, movement is life. And getting in and doing some good weights this morning, I'll tell you what, it flipped a switch for me along with my God time. That and prayer is kind of a good 1-2 punch. But a few things from Proverbs 13 this morning I think are really important. Proverbs 13:3, the one who guards his mouth preserves his life. The one who opens wide his lips comes to ruin. And how many times have we all said something we wish we never would have? It's like trying to put toothpaste back in the tube. It doesn't work. The one thing I've gotten from following the Lord is learning to restrain my speech and bridle my tongue. I can tell you there's so many times I've almost said something to my wife or somebody around me, sometimes to my manager, who, those are probably the two people in my life that can challenge me the most in terms of my patience. They're great. They're very close. My manager's like family, but the people's closest to you may challenge you the most, maybe because you care the most about what they think. But there's so many times I've restrained my lips, and I've been so glad, because I want to say something, and then when I find out what's going on with them, I'm so glad I didn't open my mouth. Just always, being offended or always, being defensive, those kind of things, Lord, just being able to listen and shut my mouth. That's one of the things that I really have learned with the Lord. I still sometimes can dominate a conversation or talk too much and ramble. But the Lord's continue to work on me with that. So I think that's one of the keys from this today that I just am reminded of. The other thing is, who are you hanging out with? He who walks with wise men will be wise, but the companion of fools will suffer harm. That's a good one too, because it's like one of my friends said, you can't soar with eagles if you fly with buzzards. Who are you hanging out with? I mean, are the people you're hanging out with the highest priority is going out to the bar? And it's funny because Ray Comfort, who's an evangelist, he goes along the pier, like a wharf down in California, and he talks to people. And he had one day where he asked people to name the 10 commandments, and people could name like 3 or 4 of them. And then he asked them to name beer, and they could name like 20, 30 flavors of beer. And it's just crazy, when people's priorities are like that and you're hanging out with them, you're not going to evangelize them. You're not going to convert them. I think we were talking about keeping some of those people at arm's length. You still love them and you want them to come to know the Lord, but you change who you hang out with. I know Friday night I went out with my outreach group at the Mall of America, and I'll tell you what, I came in there and I was kind of feeling flat from the week. And you get around other people of faith that are like-minded believers, man, it just fires you up. It's just like, I think it's coming up here, iron sharpens iron. It's why I got to be around other believers. I got to go out and talk to people that are lost and deal with the world as it is. But, being around wise people that stretch you, that is important. That's important in your faith walk too, people that are going to challenge your faith. And just the fact you guys are doing this is you're stretching your faith, is that you take time and work on your faith just like you do your fitness, your business, or anything else. So, I know last week I booked a trip down to Arizona at a conference to be on some wise business owners. Even in the business world, there's fitness business people that are way smarter than me, that have systems and stuff that I need to learn. And the humility of, being around wise people, learning that you can gain their wisdom, is huge. That's how I've gotten where I've gotten in the fitness field. I haven't made all this stuff up. I've learned from wise people, and I just continue to pay it forward to my trainers and my clients. Just seeking that out. So there's something about being around those people that are going somewhere that is just, it's encouraging, it's invigorating. And even talking, I prayed with one of my pastor friends on the phone this morning, fired up my day. It went from being in a, kind of like an Eeyore, for you guys, Winnie the Pooh, to a Tigger now. So already fired up for the day, excited for the day now, where I wasn't so much when I got up. So these are ways to win the battle every day too, the overall battle is making time to be around those people. Like we have our men's events and things like that, our men's group every week. That's why I do those things. That's how you keep growing your faith, and that's how you keep dialed into your faith. So just who you are is who you hang out with is who you are. So here's God saying it right here in Proverbs. And let's a couple thoughts for the day, guys. Let's go out and kill it this week. Let's ramp this thing up this week. Do something this week that is going to be above and beyond what you've done in one of those areas: your faith, your fitness, or your mental, your mindset. One of those areas. Just keep every week dialing up some of these things so you finish this thing in a better place, not just doing the same thing over and over again. That would impart that to you. At the end of this thing, you want to be progressing week to week. And so share with me one thing you're going to progress this week. Text it back to me when you watch this. All right, guys, have a blessed day. I'll see you guys tomorrow.